But guess what? It is.
This is something different.
Yes, it has a normal engine, and yes, it has 4 normal doors and a normal hatchback, and yes, it's made in Britain. But look at it. I was expecting a 60s tower block, and they've given us the Guggenheim.
Look at these headlights and this Honda badge inside a perspex trophy cabinet. It's very Flash Gordon.
The back end also looks as though it's come from outer space, and like I said, the door handles look like the rockets that will take you there.
And this is a Honda Civic.
Inside, they've continued the new tradition of braking with tradition.
This dashboard is really groovy. You've got a huge rev counter with a mystical blue halo around it. And it even tells you, look at this, whether or not your kids in the back have got their seatbelts on. And even that hazard warning button is a thing of beauty. It's translucent and looks like a boiled sweet.
They're the sort of features you used to find in Citroëns during their magnificent quirky era. But as this is a Civic, they probably won't fall off.
Just know that you'll still be enjoying this when you're as old as, well, as old as most Honda drivers are.
Now, this is a car you might actually buy, so forgive me while I take a moment to deal with some real-world road test stuff.
Prices. This is a mid-range 1.8. It costs around £15,000. That's about the same as a Ford Focus, a little bit less than a VW Golf. Fine.
The 1.8 petrol is reasonably quick in a straight line, as is the 2.2 diesel, and they both seem to be able to go around corners without crashing. But there is some bad news.
Ride. Once you start going faster, it just gets a bit too choppy.
And frankly, it could do with a bit more sound insulation.
I mean, I like an engine note as much as anybody, and I like it to be a fizzy V6 handcrafted in Italy. This, that's a rather dreary 4-pot from rainy Swindon.
But these flaws aren't enough to put me off, because Honda has had the courage to keep the fabulous stuff we liked when we saw this as a concept car. These fantastic triangular exhausts, for example. And then there's the big red starter button.
Now, I know it doesn't sound much, but if you come out of a little chef on a wet Wednesday afternoon and you have to go to a marketing conference, that could just be enough to make you think, no, I won't kill myself after all.
What this car does is something that the old Civic could never do, something a Golf or a Focus or an Astra can't do either. Let me put it this way, the Space Shuttle only does a job, and it's white, but you'd never call it a white good.